So good morning, good morning. Happy, is it President's Day? Did I get that holiday right? It's President's Day. So this,
Yeah.
so let me get this straight. Is this the day we celebrate both Trump and Obama on the same day? Is that what we got? Okay, let's start the call out with a little bit of political drama. How do you guys feel about that? No, no, no. We are not going there. I think we're celebrating all the past presidents, I think the dead presidents. I think that's what this holiday's all about. Anyway, my first thought this morning for all of you guys, spent this whole weekend just brainstorming what messages I want to deliver throughout the week. And this is going to be an incredible week. It's going to include a lot of guest speakers. Just recently ran into a lot of people that have said to me, Michael, I didn't even know that you did a PathChangers call every morning from 8 to 8:15. I want to be a part of it. How do I become a part of it? Some really powerful people. And one of those powerful people you're going to meet today as I welcome her into the group. Her name is Dezi. And Dezi Koster, we're going to bring you up here momentarily. But first, I'm going to give everybody something to chew on for the day. The scroll we're actually going to read at the end of the call this morning. We're going to read the scroll. Just so you guys know, if you're following along with PathChangers and you want to change your path, one of the number one things you can do is start to learn and grow. And there's some amazing books out there that I recommend, books that came across my path, along my path, that literally changed my path. And one of them is in my hand right here. It's called The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino. And this book is a book that really addresses what we spoke about all last week, which is our self-talk. And Dezi's got some cool stuff to share with you about that today. I think she's going to share some interesting stuff with you about your self-talk, what you say to yourself. But we've been reading this book now for the past 8 months, me and a group of people from a company called Addicted Realty. I turned this book on to the broker owner of a company called Addicted Realty. His name is Ken Calder. He should be joining us shortly. But like a doctor, I prescribed this book for him. It's kind of funny. This book was prescribed to me one day by a perfect stranger who was very, very wildly successful in business and life. I met him one day on a phone call, and I got his number from a friend, and I didn't know who he was. But my friend said, you got to meet this man. His name is Mordy Ofer. Crazy name, Mordy, M-O-R-D-I, Ofer, O-P-H-E-R. And Mordy, if you ever stumble across this video I'm making right now, please call me, 702-927-1191. I'm going to track you down sooner or later because you gave me one of the greatest gifts you can give me. You gave me the greatest secret in the world. This man, after talking for about 2 hours on the phone, said, Michael, there's a book that changed my life years ago. Would you like to know what it is? And of course, I said yes. He said, it's The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino. I started reading this book way back in 2000, 2003, 2004, 2005. Not going to talk too much more about the books. I want to dive into some meat from our meeting today, but this book will literally get you to change the way you think. It'll change the way you talk to yourself. It focuses on auto-suggestion and your subconscious mind, and this is meant to be read over a 45-week period. So I recommend that all of you out there take the advice that was given to me over a decade and a half ago. Go buy the book, The Greatest Secret in the World. I don't get anything for saying this, just so you guys know. I don't make money for referring this book. I probably should, because I've referred it to thousands of people in my life, maybe tens of thousands. But this book, we're reading the scroll mark 7, which is Today I Will Laugh at the World, and we're going to read that towards the end of the call. But the topic for today, and what I want to share with you guys, is today. That's my topic, today. And as I'm talking about today, I'm thinking about what I like to call Groundhog Day. And for those of you guys who have been following along for quite some time, you've heard me reference Groundhog Day. I'd like to do a total seminar on what we're talking about right now, right here today. But the movie Groundhog Day, if you've never seen the movie before, it was an inspired classic with Bill Murray, Andy McDowell. It was made in the year 1993, I believe. And the book will literally, if you really watch it, not just from an entertainment value, but if you look at it from a spiritual perspective, if you look at it from a philosophical perspective, the movie will literally floor you. And I'm just going to recap what happens. Every single day, that alarm clock goes off for Bill Murray at 6 a.m. He wakes up out of bed. He jumps out of bed. And throughout the whole entire movie, his role is to replay the same day over and over and over again. And what happens from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie will literally floor you. and it's a comedy. So what happens a lot of times in comedies, a lot of times you watch a comedy and you think to yourself, oh, this is just funny, this is entertaining. There's nothing funny. There is a lot funny about the video, but there's nothing funny about the message. The message is the most powerful message in the world, and it really, to me, is all about habits. When we wake up every day, what do? Do we focus on helping and serving other people, or do we focus on helping and serving ourselves and coming from a selfish perspective? In the beginning of the movie, Bill Murray is a weatherman for a local TV channel. He is the whole movie. But throughout the entire movie, you see that every day he's got a chance to improve upon the last. And I think about this a lot, just so you guys know, because I woke up this morning. It was about 5:14 a.m. I woke up. I don't set my alarm clock. If I ever have it set, it's set for 7 a.m. because the latest I ever want to wake up in this world is 7 a.m. I feel like if you wake up past 7 a.m., you missed a big part of your day. That's just me. I like waking up when it's dark outside. I like knowing that everyone else is still sleeping because I feel like I have a competitive advantage on the rest of the world. I literally do this with my hands when I wake up. I'm like, yes, I'm going to beat all of you. And I do treat life like a game, and I do treat business like a game, and I do treat everything like it's a competition. I just like being up early. But Groundhog Day is a movie about habits, and this book is a book about habits. It all ties in together. And one of the scrolls in here talks about your habits. So I don't want to give the book away, and I don't want to take away from this message right here, but definitely want you to spend some time in that book. If you make it a habit to read the book 45 weeks in a row, I believe you'll change your whole life. I'm happy to say that me and Ken and Yorgo have been doing it now for 8 straight months. 8 straight months we've been following the book. I've never done that before, just so you know. All these years, when I bought that book, I never followed it the way it was intended to be read. Never did. I got a lot out of the book, and I can tell you it changed my life. But I never followed the prescription. How many times in life do we get involved with something, we don't follow the plan? We don't follow the prescription. And you know what's great? Even when you don't follow it to a T, as long as you're doing it, you're probably this much better than everybody else out there as far as just wiser and hip to what it is you're trying to do, which is change your life and grow as a human being. But for the very first time, I found a couple friends that wanted to do it with me to its entirety, all through 45 weeks. But today, what is today? When you think about today, I want you guys to just step back and realize that every single day is a gift. Every day is a present. That's why it's called the present. And if you really think about it, the only thing we're guaranteed is this moment right here, right now. So my question for you is, are you winning your day? Every single day. These are things I think about all the time. Am I doing the things that I tell myself I want? Am I reaching my goals? And on a daily basis, one chunk of time, am I doing all the things and checking off the list, the things that are most important to me? We break down the seven path changer pillars, and they are this: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, relational, nutritional, and financial. And every day, are you improving in those 7 areas? And are you making it a habit in your day? One day we'll have a PathChangers day planner that's going to have everything in there for your 7 PathChanger pillars. If your goal is to change your life spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, relationally, nutritionally, and financially, and improve in all those areas, are you taking this day serious and moving towards your goals in each of those different pillars? So anyway, that's my thought for today. I'll leave you with that. Think about your day today. When you're in your day, ask yourself, did I wake up? Did I make my bed? Did I accomplish something first thing in the morning? They talk about making your bed first thing in the morning is one of the smartest things you can do, because it already gets you to start achieving things. And as simple as that sounds, knowing that your bed is made when you climb in it tonight, when you go to bed, is a huge thing. You know, there's another thing called decision fatigue. You know, when I woke up this morning, I went in the closet and I had to pick out a shirt. I don't know about all of you, but I stress out about not having the right clothes ready for the next day. Is anybody else with me with that? Anybody else with me that you got a little bit of a part of your day that there's just too much energy about what I'm going to wear today? One of my goals over this coming next months and years is when I get to a point where I can buy myself a brand new wardrobe. I want to create a style for myself, and I want to stick to that for the rest of my life, because I never want to waste time and energy wondering what socks I'm going to put on and what pants I'm going to wear and what shirts I'm going to wear. Some of the most successful people in the world, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, You name the most successful people, Mark Zuckerberg. They don't wake up every day and think about what they're going to wear. They go into a closet and they put their clothes on every day. It's usually the same outfit every single day or a variation, because billionaires say that if you have anything taking away from what you're focused on, you're actually distracting yourself from the goals and the success that you want to have. So with that, guys, I want to introduce you to an amazing person. As PathChangers grows, all of you guys are amazing, and we keep adding more amazing people. But I had the pleasure to meet Dezi at a meeting this past week, and she jumped up at the end of the meeting. We had a brilliant conversation, and we scheduled a lunch appointment right away. We had lunch yesterday, Saturday. We had lunch Saturday, and we just spent some time together, and I just sat there and listened to her. And when I was listening to her, I said, hey, Dezi, would you mind just sharing your story and sharing a little bit of your life philosophy with some people called PathChangers on Monday morning? And she accepted. She loved the idea of this call. She loved the concept. And Dezi is a PathChanger. As a matter of fact, folks, she's a healer. She's a personal trainer. She is brilliant. I can't say enough great things about this woman. Just becoming friends with her. She did some healing work on me the other day, did some prayer work with me and some spiritual work. And as you know, the spiritual pillar for me is the number one pillar. It's at the foundation of my success, and I believe everyone's success. If you're not grounded spiritually, I think you're going to be in trouble, because I don't think any of us are strong enough on our own to make it through this thing called life without some spiritual guidance and the people around us who want to feed us as well spiritually. So, Dezi, with that, I'm just going to let you take the floor here and share with
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that lovely introduction. So, hi, everybody. It really is a delight and an honor to be here. And one of the things Michael spoke about today, well, actually two things. One thing is spirit, the divine. The divine is what underlies who and what we are. And it is the most fundamental thing, certainly from my perspective. When we have that in our life, we have everything that we need. And it is able to change anything, transform anything instantaneously. That's the beauty. The other aspect is now, today, time, the present. Michael was talking about a habit. One of the habits that I do every day that I would recommend for all of you is doing some inner work. And that is taking the time. It can be known as something like morning papers. But if you do this in the morning every day, where you start doing a self-review, who are you? What's coming up? Where you start diving into all of the aspects of you that get in your way. What's the victim? Step into a circle of everything that's coming up. I can't do this, these thoughts, because all of the thoughts, all of our identifications, all our attachments, all of these things are merely things that we make up. They're attached to our internal filter system, and they build up over time. When we address this and then start separating ourselves, then we get more and more of divine, more of that divine grace. So by stepping in a circle of that victim, we might not feel comfortable, but we start pulling out, we start getting to see, oh, this is when I tell myself this. This is when I give myself this story. This is when I have this belief. And then you're able to, number one, see it, acknowledge it, and then you can address it. And then when you step into the next space or a circle of who you truly are, the divine self, then you're able to see what you're made of. Who we are is nothing other than divine. So much so that it is filled up in every single moment. Every time we take a breath in, we inspire. That inspiration is filled with divine. So just by breathing in, we're filled up with the divine. Our whole system, our heart, our cardiovascular system, every single cell, all the way from the top of your head down through to the tips of your toes, are filled with this grace. And if we take a moment to connect with the divine in us, then we're reminded of who and what we are. We are so brilliantly and amazingly wired that in our entire system, there is even part of who we are when we breathe in. It is part of Ved, or pure knowledge, called Kashyap Samhita. We actually have a pathway that allows us to forget everything that stands in our way, that allows us to forget. So you were talking about Groundhog Day. The beauty of waking up and enjoying the present is this is the only moment. This is the only thing that is in existence. And when you fully show up right now, regardless of what you fear, regardless of what you think, if you are not willing to speak the truth, be the truth, then nothing is going to show up for you. But as soon as you embrace that, you also realize if it is not, if people run, if people are uncomfortable, they were never there. Anything that is not meant for you will simply drop away. Something that Michael and I were talking about was that there are people around us that are parasites. In life, there are parasites, and it's in nature, it's all around us. So we can choose to have parasites, including our own thoughts. We can buy into that, the drama, the story, or we can just let that go and realize that we have infinite possibility, infinite capability. There is no such thing as I can't. There is no such thing as impossible. You just haven't found the solution yet. And the beauty is everybody around us is a mirror for us. Everything we don't like, we're uncomfortable with, that's a mirror of things we don't like and accept in ourselves. And everything that we haven't achieved, it doesn't mean to say we can't achieve it. We haven't found the way, the solution of how to do it. So the people around us, surround yourself with a dream team. All of those people that can help us achieve the things that we want to achieve. They're the people that we need to seek out. And everything that we seek, it's already done. It's already happened. That's the other thing. We have a quality known as smriti, memory. We get to remember, reconnect with what is already done so that we become who we are meant to be. That divine aspect, that divine expression of ourselves. If you're not stepping up and being who you are, then the world is waiting for you.
Woo!
You are letting everybody else down. So if you don't step up and overcome your fear and overcome what you don't want to overcome, then what the hell are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting for? There is only now, today, this moment. So show the hell up and have an awesome day.
Woo! Woo! Oh my God, you just took a whole week of training and mentorship and you put it all in about 9 minutes, and you haven't been on one PathChanger call. I'm sure everyone watching, because everyone on the screen are people that are showing up every single day in life, showing up every single morning on this Zoom to improve themselves. And you just literally blew my mind right now. Guys, I want to let you know that this was not planned. I know some of you are thinking, oh, Michael, you probably told her all about last week's call. No, I did not say a word to Dezi about the entire week last week. I just took a full page of notes, Dezi. That was beautiful. I mean, that was just extremely beautiful. Not just your message, but your energy is beautiful. The way you sound this morning is just beautiful. You are just so relaxed and so certain of who you are, and you just showed up like a magician on the screen right now. And I very rarely get like this. I am floored by you. Please, you wanted to end right there, but I'm going to ask you to keep going. Don't stop.
Okay. All right. So you were also talking about books. One amazing book, which I think would be great for all of you. It's called The Path of Least Resistance by Robert Fritz. Again, it looks at the mechanics of creating your outcomes. Ultimately, the way you create outcome is connecting back to the self. Everything is about that divine that's in us. We have within us, in our heart, and I'll go back to the heart because the heart is the organ. The heart is said to be not of this world. because it is made of something beyond material, beyond matter. It is made of divine. It is made of consciousness, which is at an unmanifest level. And in our heart is something known as, well, there's two major divine beings. One is Brahma. Brahma is totality. Aham Brahmasmi, I am totality. Brahma is, the heart is where Brahma is. So it is the Brahmastan of the body where Brahma sits. And it is that space between, our head, what comes in, heaven, and from below us, earth. It is what connects us between the divine, the spirit, and matter, which is what we're experiencing now. And we as a human being, we get the opportunity to experience everything. When we stop, when we take time out every single day to just be, connect, I am so blessed because, like Michael said, I had no idea what I was going to say. He said, just come, you'll speak. I don't plan. I had no idea what I was going to say. And I only ever speak extemporaneously now because I allow myself just to be empty, and whatever divine wants to say gets to say it. Yesterday, I got to spend time with my mentor, and his name is Guruji Mahendra Trivedi. Guruji means beloved teacher. He is, from all the people I have ever met, the most gifted, incredible, amazing human beings on the planet with beyond remarkable abilities. And if you are interested, you can take a look. You can go to www.trivedi, Trivedi, effect.com. And that is his website. And you'll get to see he's done over 4,000 scientific research studies. He has over 400 papers published in peer-reviewed science journals. If you have any idea of what science is, you will know somebody that's a PhD, just to put this in perspective, a PhD with a really good run in their life, maybe 30 years experience, has 6 papers published. He has over 400. He is published in 9 areas of science, which is phenomenal because most people, if they're lucky, will be in one.
And then
so here's the thing. I got to spend some time with him yesterday, and when I finished with him, he was laying down and resting. And so I just did the same. I sat there in grace and in gratitude that the divine gave me a moment to not only be with this man, but to be with God, to be with divine. That is the most precious gift. We are so busy in our day and our life that we forget, oh yes, I've got to do this, I'm busy, I've got this, I've got everything planned. If you don't take time out every day to connect and be grateful, then you're missing the point. You're missing your life. All the light, all the grace, everything that you could possibly ever want, imagine beyond what you can imagine is already there encapsulated in you. It's already there, it's already done. And when you stop and connect and you feel that gratitude is the glue, is the propellant that is moving you through. God is all around us and in us and with us. And yes, we're going to go through life. We're going to go through the struggles. There is nobody here that has not experienced life. Nobody goes through life unscathed, but we're meant to. It cuts, it facets, it polishes us so that we can be that unique expression and voice of divine. That is enough that somebody goes, yes, and wakes up. We all, each of us, walk on the tall shoulders of someone else. That's Oliver Wendell Holmes. We stand on the tall shoulders of those that come before us. Why? So that we can strive to be and become the greatest that we can be. There are people that are struggling. They are stuck in the mud. They are stuck in the dirt. They're stuck in the shit of life. But when somebody comes along like a light, like a beacon, then they see that. And all you need is 1 second of seeing that light. And that is enough to light up your entire lifetime. That is enough to bring that hope, that faith, that trust. And when you have that trust, that is it. That is all you need. That gives you the fire, the passion, the spirit, that no matter what is happening in your life. And if you think that I've not experienced some tough times, I've experienced some of the blackest things you could possibly ever imagine. But the beauty is I've been there and I know what it is. I know the way in and I know the way out. And I will tell you, there is always a way out. You might not see it yet, but that's because you are still in the process of transformation, and that's all that is. When you're struggling, you're transforming. And when you go, oh, I'm transforming, then that's all you have to worry about. God has got you. So focus on that outcome that you want. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about the journey. The journey is going to happen no matter how you do it. You will always get to the outcome you're meant to. You just have to show up. Take one step. 1 footstep at a time. And I promise you will always get to where you need to go. You just have to show up no matter what.
Yeah, Dezi. Beautiful. Last week, something came to me. Sometimes I'll get a thought of something and in my head popped this sentence. And I said, stop letting life get in the way of living your life. Stop letting life, as you're speaking right now, it just takes me back to last week. And I created that right on a Zoom, right before one of our calls. And it's something just said to me, stop letting life get in the way of your life. And that became the dominant thought of my whole week last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about, Dezi, and we talked a lot about my personal life, kind of breathed some life into my life. And, I do have that struggle. We all have that struggle. We all have that conflict that's going on in our life of good and evil. It's a spiritual battle more than a physical or a human battle. And in my mind, I literally said, man, if you're going to teach people how to live life, you better start living life, because we all have these obstacles and these hurdles that have to get in our way. I mean, think about this for a second, Dezi, as we kind of just go back and forth here. If there was no such thing as losing, we would never appreciate winning. If there was no such thing as elation, then if there was no such thing as struggle, there'd be no such thing as glory and elation. So I think part of the reason why we go through this experience is we have to know what pain feels like to really experience pleasure. Yes. Pleasure wouldn't be pleasure without pain. Light wouldn't be light without dark. Winning wouldn't be winning without losing.
Absolutely.
So I'm starting to just embrace the fact that, all these things that we deem as bad or negative or distracting in our life are actually feeding us and building us to who we're supposed to be anyway. I really think that a lot of us go through what we go through in life because it's our duty and our responsibility to go out there and learn from it and then teach and help others and guide and support others as they're going through the same situation. Because we're all going through this similar experience here. And man, what you said today was really just beautiful. I could tell by the reaction of the others on the screen here that they really took well to your message. I'm very appreciative that you decided to spend your morning with us. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Woo. Is there anything you can do? And guys, this is going to maybe blow some of your minds. But what Dezi does on a daily basis is she literally heals people with energy. And you don't have to be sitting in front of Dezi for her to be able to send healing power to you. Now, a lot of you might think that that's way out there. Oh, come on, Mike, that's voodoo. That doesn't make sense. I'll tell you, that was the old me that felt that way. It's not the new me. I'm on that path and I'm on that transformation where I'm open to all things and all subjects and all ideas and all concepts. And I truly believe in what you're doing, Dezi. I'm really floored by you. But is there anything you can do for the viewers today from your seat in your house this morning that you can kind of maybe put us through a little exercise or something that can help all of us?
So there's 1 or 2 things I can do. I can give you an exercise, or if you like, I can do a blessing for all of you.
I'm going to let everyone out there choose. Let me unmute the line real quickly. Peggy DeSalle, what do you think? Do you think we should do a blessing or an exercise?
Oh, without a doubt. Let's do a blessing.
All right.
Without even questioning.
This is Peggy DeSale. Dezi, let me make the introduction. We just met probably about 3 weeks to a month ago. She and I are business partners. She lives in Seattle, Washington. She's an incredible human being. She is very interested in the PathChangers movement. She said to me yesterday at the breakfast table, I was talking to her. I was out for breakfast with Carmen and another friend of mine named Sharon, and we were talking about PathChangers. And she said, "Hey, I think I'll be on in the morning." And even though we're doing some other things together, she said, "Michael, I would be honored to be a part of that movement with you." And she even said, I'm actually got a little tear in my eye and I'm choking up to be a part of that. And that meant the world to me, Peggy. I'm so inspired that someone of your caliber would want to be a part of this movement with Dezi, myself, and all the wonderful people on the screen.
Oh, my caliber.
What's that?
I said, oh boy, my caliber. We're all just, we're all just people on a journey. And, like I said, you have to keep learning. And that's why I wanted to show up, because I'm so glad. Dezi, thank you so much for everything you spoke today. It was absolutely moving. And I'm sorry I wasn't on screen. I was trying to get ready for my, I was not being present, but I was being present.
Good. So when I do a blessing, I'm going to, there might be, I don't know if anybody's driving. If you're driving, clearly you're not going to be closing your eyes. So you'll have to have your eyes open or pull over while I do this. But what I'll do is in a moment, and I'll pull myself off screen, so I will do this. But I'll explain what this is. This goes directly to your spirit. And then all I'm going to do is, if you're able to do this, then this is what I'll get you to do. I'll get you to, in a moment, you'll sit with your eyes closed. I'll also get you to take off your shoes and socks, because that is in reverence to the divine. And then what you will do is you will say a prayer to the God of your understanding, whatever the God of your understanding is. And then I will do the blessing for you. And then I will tell you to stop your prayer, and then you'll just sit in silence for a moment. If you are driving, you will stay with your eyes open and you will simply be driving. So don't do anything else. It will still go to your spirit. But ideally everybody will be somewhere where they are not driving or not distracted. They're somewhere where they're quiet. So with that, I'm just going to go off screen. And what I'm going to get everybody to do is, I'm going to get you to take off your shoes and socks. And then I'm going to get you to close your eyes. And then what you can do is, you can start your prayer silently in your head to the God of your understanding for whatever it is that you want in your life. And then stop your prayer and just stay with your eyes closed for a few minutes. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes. So that's a blessing.
Thank you so much, Dezi.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Dezi.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, that was sweet. Woo! Okay.
Desi, feeling blessed.
Sorry?
I said, thank you. I'm feeling blessed.
Good. Good, good, good. Well, that divine grace is with us all the time. And it's lovely to be reminded.
So guys, now you see why I love this concept called PathChangers. Now you see why I love it. I get to meet different people every day. I tell people, Dezi, I don't know if I said this to you, but I believe that meeting new people is the spice of life. If there was a spice in life, it's meeting new people. And I think so many people go through life closed off to new relationships because of trust issues or being afraid of being hurt again by another person. I think a lot of people are trying to protect themselves, but when you try and protect yourself, you're really hurting yourself. I think you got to open yourself up to new people, new ideas, new businesses, new everything. And you got to think when God made the world, he put 7.6 billion people on the planet. I'm pretty sure he wanted you to meet some of them, if not a lot of them.
Absolutely.
So the concept that was given to me years ago, I won't take credit for it ever, was I want to change as many paths as I possibly can. I actually want to change my own path as often and as much as I can as well. So by welcoming people like yourself and new people into my life and putting myself in a position on a daily basis where my only goal is to meet new people and have no expectations and no intentions behind what happens from those new relationships, whether you're going to open my mind to something new that'll literally change me in any of those 7 areas of life that I'm looking to grow, or maybe I'm going to be a path changer for you in some way, or maybe it's a combination of both where we're able to grow and learn and develop together. That's what, for me, that's what it's all about. And I stopped worrying about my life. I stopped worrying about my bills. I stopped worrying about certain things in my life that, quite frankly, were getting in the way of me living my life. And I'm truly at a place right now where I'm as grounded as I've ever been. And I got to tell you, it feels good. It just feels good. I'm not going to freak out about anything today. I'm just going to live today as if it's my last. And I'm going to go out there open to all possibilities of who I'm about to meet and opportunities, everything, you name it. And I don't think you can lose in life if that's your paradigm. I just don't. So that's the concept of PathChangers. And you are a perfect illustration of exactly what my intentions were years ago when I started this movement. I wanted to bring new people like yourself into my life so you can help take me and help take others in a direction that we all deserve to go. So what a blessing. I hope you decide to pop in from time to time or be a
I
full-time
will.
volunteer?
I
Yeah.
would love to. I would love to. No, it's great. It's lovely. Like you said, we don't know who we're going to meet. That's the joy of life. It's, it's like Forrest Gump, where his mother, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is the beauty of life. We get to live in the joy of the uncertainty of life, but that's not a bad thing. It's the awe and wonder of life. You never know what's going to pop up, and there's always something amazing that's there, as long as you just have your eyes open and not shut. And it's always in that moment when you least expect it that the most beautiful thing appears. So be ready for it.
Dezi, would you do me a favor? Can you close out the meeting with a little bit of a read for us? I'd love to hear your voice do this.
Okay, sure. Where will it come on the screen?
I'm going to put it in the chat section. If you'd be so kind, I'll just copy and paste it. If you'd read it, I think we'd like to close with your voice today. I'll speak from a selfish place.
Okay, let me.
First of all, have you heard of the book, The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino?
Yes.
Have you read the book, The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino?
No, I have not.
Oh, good. You gave us a referral, and I'm sure a lot of us are going to buy that book. And that was Robert Fritz, correct? Who wrote that book?
Yes, the path of least resistance. I'm on my phone, so let's see. Raise my hand on my video.
Let's see if I can do it for you. Put it in the chat area. Do you know how to find the chat area?
I'm looking Q&A. Is it in the Q&A section?
No, you're on your phone. If someone's on the phone, can you tell Dezi how to get to her chat section?
Content.
I'm trying to copy paste it for you, Dezi. It's giving me a little bit of a hard time.
So
If
Desi,
not,
Desi, it's under participants. So
okay.
click on participants.
Participants. Yep.
And then on the bottom left-hand corner, it'll say chat.
Yes, got it.
I had to go
All
find it too.
All right. I've got the chat up.
So Dezi, I'm going to give you the whole PDF. If you click on the PDF that I just put in there.
Okay.
And if
10
you
scrolls. Yes. Okay.
click on that and then go down to the scroll mark 7.
Okay. So scroll mark 3, 5. Okay, I'm at number 7.
Yes, ma'am.
I will laugh at the world. I like it.
I knew you would.
All right. So I will laugh at the world. No living creature can laugh except man. That is so cool. So trees may bleed when they are wounded, and beasts in the field will cry in pain and hunger. Yet only I have the gift of laughter, and it's mine to use whenever I choose. Henceforth, I will cultivate the habit of laughter. I will unite and I will smile and my digestion will improve. I will chuckle and my burdens will be lightened. I will laugh and my life will be lengthened, for this is the great secret of long life. And now it is mine. I will laugh at the world, and most of all, I will laugh at myself. For man is most comical when he takes himself too seriously. Never will I fall into this trap of the mind. For though I be nature's greatest miracle, am I not still a mere grain, tossed about by the winds of time? Do I truly know whence I came, or whither I am bound? Will my concern for the day not seem foolish 10 years hence? Why should I permit the petty happenings of today to disturb me? What can take place before this sun sets, which will not seem insignificant in the river of centuries? I will laugh at the world. And how can I laugh when confronted with man or deed which offends me so as to bring forth my tears or my curse or my curses? For words, I will train myself to say until they become a habit so strong that immediately they will appear in my mind whenever good humor threatens to depart from me. These words passed down from the ancients will carry me through every adversity and maintain my life in balance. These 4 words are, this too shall pass. I will laugh at the world. For all the worldly things shall indeed pass. When I am heavy with heartache, I shall console myself that this too shall pass. When I am puffed with success, I shall warn myself that this too shall pass. When I'm strangled in poverty, I shall tell myself that this too shall pass. When I'm burdened with wealth, I shall tell myself that this too shall pass. Yes, verily, where is he who built the pyramid? Is he not buried within its stone? And will the pyramid one day not also be buried under sand? If all things shall pass, why should I be of concern for today? I will laugh at the world. I will paint this day with laughter. I will frame this night in song. Never will I labor to be happy. Rather will I remain too busy to be sad. I will enjoy today's happiness today. It is not grain to be stored in a box. It is not wine to be saved in a jar. It cannot be saved for the marrow, and it cannot be saved for the morrow. It must be sown and reaped on the same day, and this I will do henceforth. I will laugh at the world, and with the laughter of all things will be reduced to their proper size. I will laugh at my failures, and they will vanish in clouds of new dreams. I will laugh at my successes, and they will shrink to their true value. I will laugh at evil, and it will die untasted. I will laugh at goodness, and it will thrive and bound. Each day will be triumphant only when my smiles bring forth smiles from others, and this I do in selfishness. For those on whom I frown are those who purchase not my goods. I will laugh at the world. Henceforth will I shed only tears of sweat, for those of sadness or remorse or frustration are of no value, and in the marketplace, with each smile can be exchanged for gold, and each kind word spoken from my heart can build a castle. Never will I allow myself to become so important, so wise, so dignified, so powerful that I forget how to laugh at myself and my world. In this matter, I will always remain as a child, for only as a child. As I am given the ability to look up to others. And so long as I look up to another, I will never grow too old for my cot. I will laugh at the world, and so long as I can laugh, never will I be poor. This then is one of nature's greatest gifts, and I will waste it no more. Only with laughter and happiness can I truly become a success. Only with laughter and happiness can I enjoy the fruits of my labor. Were it not so, far better would it be to fail, for happiness is the wine that sharpens the taste of the meal. To enjoy success, I must have happiness, and laughter will be the maiden who serves me. I will be happy. I will be successful. I will be the greatest salesman the world has ever known. Aham Brahmasmi. I am totality. And that's the end.
Beautiful, Dezi. Thank you. What a treat, huh, guys? What a treat. What a gift. Thank you, Dezi.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Really beautiful. If anybody wants to ask Dezi a question, you guys can feel free to. I don't want to cut the call off. I'm going to go ahead and open it up to you all.
Desi, can you put your contact information in the chat as well?
Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
I will do that. So I'll go in here. So I'll give you my website details so you can take a look at that. And also I'll give you my personal contact details.
That was beautiful. DeziKoster.com, DeziKoster.com.
Thank you for doing the work, Dezi.
Oh, very welcome. So I'll also add my cell, and so this is my personal cell and my email as well.
I put your site up on the screen too, Dezi.
Oh, great. Thank you. So yeah, if anybody, wants to know more, would like to do any blessings with me, yes, by all means, you can. So I've given you my personal cell, my email, and in the chat as well. So you can always just reach out to me, and I'd be delighted to chat with you. And there I am. So that gives you all the science as well, everything behind. One of the things that Michael said, and we spoke about this over the weekend, to be a healer is one thing. The beauty of doing the science is showing that there is absolutely scientific validation of this energy, life force energy, biofield energy. It's something that's been around for quite some time. And when we look at the science, we get to see absolutely remarkable results. And it's very cool.
Very cool, Dezi. Thank you again. Well, guys,
You're
have a great
welcome.
day. I don't really know what to say to end that. That was beautiful.
Just be. So the biggest gift you can give yourselves today, take some time out today, close your eyes, connect with the divine. That's the biggest gift. If you do that every day, it will change your life. Just make sure you do it.
Thank you, Dezi. Have a great
Thank you, everybody.
See you, Peggy. Bye.
Thanks,
Esther.
Michael.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Nikki, Terry, the stalker. Stalker is with us. Stephanie's with us. Colette is still with us. Michael Hunt. Have a great day, guys. See y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a great